What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to some more Terra Invicta as Project Exodus. We are looking at our research methods here, because I think we want to put most of our control into getting ultraviolet combat lasers done. It's still going to take us, what is that, 2 years? Fuck. Well, I guess a year and a half, considering it's the end of 2031, huh? Yeah, but I think we need that for us to really start taking off here. Great Nations is going to be the first one to finish. Maybe we could focus that one. We also need to stabilize these nations that we're getting down here in Africa. It's a little interesting. I'm just trying to think of what we want to really focus on as far as Earth, because we have the European Union. Once we get the Great Nations, it's going to let us expand the European Union more. We have Russia. I don't need to keep Russia. I could abandon Russia. But I have a control point cap, so why would I? I mean, I'm still slowly dismantling their nukes. If we end up keeping the nation, I don't need to do that. I could go for India to unlock the Protectorate even more, or the servants even more. We've already kind of decimated the Protectorate. Let's go ahead and reduce some unrest in these nations that we've taken. There's civil war in a lot of them. That's Botswana. We need to unify these nations. So let's have you kind of sit and stabilize here. We'll have you do the same over here.
Standing by.
Emmanuel, where are you right now? You're also over there.
We'll turn down the heat.
If you should be anywhere, you should be over here, because that's quite high.
Ready for my mission.
Zyda,
we'll restore peace
keep
to
over
this
there.
Nation.
Ready.
And let's just go and throw
Restoring
some
order.
Reporting in.
improve relations with India. Do I want to do that? It's not going to really help us too much, right? It's not. We have 42 days to kind of control this stuff. I guess we should do it. If we can take India off the board, then there's no way the servants have a chance in hell of being relevant in this game with what they have already. It's their last, like, bastion. It's the one they also took from us at the start of the game, so it's kind of poetic in a way. As far as ships, we're still waiting for better techs to build these things up. Like auto design here for our battleship, right? 23 power. Battlecruiser would be more ideal. 21 power. Delta V is confusing here. So right now we're using the Pegasus drive, which is our, what is this rating here? 4 rating here. Oh, 4.0 in exhaust velocity. And thrust is really high. What's like a good medium class here? So like if I put that in, I guess that's the ones that you can put on the ship itself. Also, why is our molten core reactor is not the best molten core reactor we could have? Unless it does no way this only goes up to 3. We need a higher class reactor. What if I removed that and put a better power plant? Like, can it only be this class? Interesting. What if I drop the armor, we actually do get decent KPS. Actually, even then it's not the best. What if I drop the no. Also doing rail cannons here. It's not my preferred battery. Where's my nose weapon here? I'd rather have like a laser. Which would tell how much combat prowess this adds to the ship. It's hard to tell. There's attack mode. What does that do? Idle. Focus fire. What does this do? Weapons will fire at ship's primary target. If no target is selected, weapons will fire at the nearest enemy ship. God, space combat's gonna be a whole thing because I've never done it in this game once we get there. Have module complete. Where are we putting these outpost cores? Oh, these are these ones, huh? Oh, I forgot we were doing these. These are the ones I got to get us more volatiles. Also, more fission reactors, hydroferricites. Maybe we do one of these as a 2 slot here. Just to guarantee we have some focus in this. Match it with Great Nations.
Order is returning.
Botswana, yeah, keep working on Botswana.
The people will come to our side.
The European Union
Order
to
is
6.5.
returned.
We're going to fix Namibia. There's more
Things
probes.
are stabilizing.
Public opinion is
Fix our
moving in
nations.
our
We need
direction.
19 of 18 allowed mines with no cost. Okay. That was a 23% boost in India, by the way, with one move. Are we going to get bombarded in Mars? Our risk has gone down. We actually have navigated our little pressure we had with the aliens quite well. That's good. I don't know if the threshold for mission control that you require has passed. Like, or if it's gone up since the date of what research I've done has gone through. Okay, so let's look at our orgs here for a second. Assault alien asset. This is not a terrible 2-star. Outcore solutions is also pretty good. But do I need any of these? Poseidon is actually very good. 4 stats for a thing here. This operative needs to be improved, by the way. Give him streetwise. Get some security, espionage, and investigation. It's not terrible. Let's grab it for him. 3 stat points on something he's going to want to work on. Pretty good. Let's boost this guy's command. Let's get investigation up. All right, we need some kind of investigation, because later on we have to detain some aliens, I think, as a part of the mission tree. If I recall. Let's go ahead and grab streetwise on this guy. And for our diplomat, we can finally max out his puppet master. Good. So now we just have chief sociologist, which gives him influence in science, and then 35 to social science, which costs 56. So we probably won't go for it. We'll hit everything up. We'll get his persuasion capped, and then we'll circle back to that. Probably after security's capped too, because it's just not a priority for me, and it shouldn't be. Okay, we're doing relations here. We've kind of gotten to the point where we're autoing through a lot of this. I think I'll step away and come back when we can do something with Angola. It's only 2 turns, but I don't want to sit here and make you guys watch me just improve relations here. We will also be doing some disarmament of warheads whenever we have the option to. Unless you can still do that. Is there a cooldown when you can disarm warheads? Don't map sea territory with Russia. Maybe I could do another one to disarm warheads. Let's just see if we can send another guy to do disarm warheads.
Time to make our move.
We also could go and do some fights over here to get Kazakhstan leveled up. These guys have nukes. So what's their relations? They don't have really allies. Or I could just take them. These are the stands. The stands aren't valuable. Federation with Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. These are really small. Are those your 2 claims? Bishkek, Dushanbe, Tashkent, and Ashgabat. So it is all the stands, other than Afghanistan. Are you in war right now? Against China. Okay. We will hold off. We don't need to expand Kyrgyzstan. They're just here for the boost. In fact, they're really only giving us boost. In fact, let's dial down the boost, get his economy higher. I can't believe his economy went up to give him an extra point. Or did he not have an extra point? Was it Canada that got an extra point? It was Canada that got an extra point. Alright, spaceport security framework is done. Let's go and sort by or remove the obsolete ones here. We have some more fission reactors we can hit up. We should get those as priority. Flag bridge is almost going to be done. Give us that. Let's get the Ferrosites project done. Increase our defense being influenced by Ferrosites. Low priority, but that's fine. More alien fleets are arriving. Alright, I'm going to come back once we can
Violence is abating.
do some things in Botswana, not
We're
Botswana,
winning their
Angola.
hearts and minds.
We already have 2 armies prepped here to help invade, so we'll get that done, but see you guys soon. Alright, this should be the turn where we can get some stuff done with Angola. We're going to put Sean Diaz over there with his set national policy mission.
Heading to the capital.
Should probably also pull one of these guys
At your
off of these
service.
nations we're improving with to
Acknowledged.
go and deal with whatever
Standing
is rising up
by
in
for
Mozambique.
orders.
We'll go and send that.
Heading to the LC.
See, Delta Force. 3-star, that gives him 2 of those. I think we're good. Our evangelist, let's get his persuasion up even more. Fixer. Give her the trait affluent for no reason, or I just keep boosting her espionage. Let's get her maxed out in espionage. That seems like a valuable thing for us to have at this point. Go and confirm. We are working on some of our last projects here. There's only externalized cost left from the non-repeatable ones. I'm debating the virtues of just hard focusing the military text, like taking everything else down to 1, and then just putting it all into these 2. Because I could just hard focus it even more and just have only doing 1 tech of interest, because we get it done in 10 months. But I think this is fine. It's just
Offering support.
ideal for me. If we're gonna get Ferrosites eventually, crash training program will be nice. Maybe once we get to the point where we
We've moved the needle.
don't have anything besides the
are
repeatables, we'll be
stabilizing.
fine. Alright, here comes
Things
the
are
war.
stabilizing.
We can also get through XP. Let's do externalized cost as the last thing we can actually hit off of. Starting to build up a surplus of influence finally. That took
Mission
forever.
complete.
War. Oh, you don't have a fucking rival. God damn it. Okay, who do you have claims on? Uganda, Congo, okay. Congo. Mozambique. Where is Mozambique? Probably not Mozambique. I have to pick the guys who border you. Let's make a list. Let me make a list. I'll find the list of people we need to convert. I'll be right back. Okay, we finally rivaled everybody, which is good. But here's the problem: is that we have to now kind of a truce timer until we can declare wars. So, 12th of April, 2032. February. Is that the? Let me see. Let me see what the exact says when I set someone as my my rival here. Let's rival, for instance, the country that I control. That's fine. It says, you now may declare war on each
Score
other.
1 for the good guys.
Interesting. Can I just do it right away? Or I have to wait I have to probably wait for the relations improvement, right? That's what I would think. Okay, maybe we're waiting a little bit longer for the Congo to get involved. Just unfortunate. Yeah. That's rough. Well, guess we'll do something else. What do we want to do? Let's maybe make the place for India over here. Let's take Sean Diaz and have him start improving. We're going to keep trying to stabilize these African nations that we've pulled off
I will
and
try
taken
to
for ourselves.
sway the public.
We'll have a man with some
Standing by
assaults.
for order.
We're going to wait for some tech to get done. We're going to wait for global research. Great Nations is coming, and then we can hopefully get Europe Ascendant done and take some advantage there. But we really need some military might. We need some better engines. We need a lot of stuff, really. Need better drives, need better engines, need better... The shipbuilding is so complex here. But we've got the tech to catch up to it, so we're going to try to do that, and I'll bring you guys back.
Down here,
All right,
but
there's
they
Great
won't even
Nations.
realize we've already
It
built
gets
ourselves
done.
an empire up there.
Great Europa is in that list right
Director
there.
Hubbard
African
Oscar.
Union's pretty
Comments
cool.
to
We'll probably look
investors
for
ahead
one of
the
those.
Emirates Mars mission.
Now North America also is interesting. I'm curious about that one. So some great nations can be built. Question is, where do we want to go for this? I think we need to go and work on getting some of these techs down here. So we want to get towards particle beam, which we could do now. And supercapacitors could get us arc lasers. So let's go and try to grab particle beam. It's going to be quick. And then we'll grab supercapacitors. We want to try to avoid these really high cost stuff because we're missing some of the components we need in this stage.
Target
And
secure.
we're going for the really high cost elsewhere, which is not bueno here. Here's the Great Europa. We're going to favorite that. We'll probably, whichever of these finishes first, we'll work on that. Thailand gets a claim on a bunch of stuff. Mark that as obsolete. We don't need Thailand right now. What's the African one? That's the one I'm curious, because we're doing a little bit of expansion, but if we want to do the full African thing, that's going to be a little bit tricky. Ambul's free again. Let's go ahead and have him go to ground. I don't like the servants see him.
Going silent.
A lot of people have not
Ready.
detected me.
Ready for my mission.
And most everyone's
Reporting in.
available and not being
Ready.
hot so far. Canada lost
Ready to
their
go.
defend interest. I don't
Where
really
do you need me?
care about that.
Where do you
Ion
need
dust
me?
radiator, that's good. We
Where
want
do you
that.
need me?
Let's put 2 points in one of these. Yeah.
Initiating deep cover.
Laying low and Nantes, that's fine.
Offering
Particle beam will get
assistance.
done very fast. We're going to do the lion's share of the work here. 900 a day, 94 a day. Not 900, that'd be
The
crazy.
people will come to our side.
So this is the interesting thing
We can
here.
only wonder at what environmental circumstances led to this evolutionary adaptation.
So basically,
Director.
we have found out that the hydras release pheromones that they can use to influence people's minds. And so they wear off after a certain amount of time, but it doesn't really matter for the people who are subjugated by the hydras because they keep refreshing the pheromones. So this whole blurb here, you could read through it if you want. If it's first time seeing a playthrough this, I recommend it, but we don't really care too much. Hydro containment is going to be a good thing for us. So let's do the ionic dust radiator real fast. We'll put this at a 3.
Things are cooling off.
Violence is
Fix the
abating.
guerrilla warfare problem.
We are winning their hearts and
Working on
minds.
India just to maybe cause some chaos over here. So the United States of America gets a claim on Vancouver Whitehorse, so they take Canada, is what that basically means. Let's mark it as obsolete for now. China gets a claim on a bunch of stuff. We don't care about that. Angola. Can you declare war? You cannot. Capture and hold live aliens. Favorite that, please. China has declared war on Suriname. Aliens have... Okay, well, we now get more text. Finally, man. That took forever. Give me my text back. Here comes particle beams. We've done 36% of it. Someone is contributing a lot to this. Is that all of the academies? Not the academy, the initiative? Oh, that's their total. That's okay. Yes, they only have 600. The initiative
Your
is
orders?
non-existent right now. We'll deal with what's going on in China.
Going in hot.
Acknowledge.
Declare war on Yemen, cede territory to Canada and or Russia. Let's go ahead and we can disarm some more nukes here. Or is there any national policy we need to take up? Sounds like a no. Let's do a stabilized nation in one of our little guys over here.
We'll restore peace
Still
to this
working on the
nation.
very high inequality here. So this is the African. It's Ethiopia. Let's keep an eye on that. We could maybe go and take Ethiopia, get an African Union. Having Africa and
Offering
Europe
counsel.
together would be very nice here. Bonus to the enthralls. We haven't seen any aliens on Earth yet. They've kind of been weird here.
From gigantic atom smashers
there's particle
to
beams.
household television.
Oh, we have. Oh, this is the global researches. No wonder it looks different. So, supercapacitors is the one that's speaking to me for arc lasers, laser engines, and pulse plasmoid drives. International development, not really. Independence movements, we don't have a rival sociology yet, which is crazy. I guess it's because I'm the one in charge and I'm not the one doing catch up here. So here's electron lance, heavy spectral lance, and spinal electral lance. Okay. And it gets us ion cannon. So these are actually the techs we really need here. Let's go to level 2 here, and I want to have 2 of these now on boost. Greater India, obsolete it. Angola's going to be finished. We have a breakthrough. Switzerland, let's look at your GDP. Look at your GDP, please. Ionic Dust Radiator. Now we can do Great Europa. Arkhangelsk, Baku, Moscow, St. Pete. We just take a bunch of Russia, right? That's what that is? What if I hard focus that? It's not good to hard focus it.
Order is
I don't
returning.
think it is.
Order is returning.
So Arkhangelsk, does that mean it goes all the way over to... I don't think it goes this far. That'd be crazy if we went all the way over to Yakutsk. No, it's Ekaterinburg. Kazan, Zurich, Bern. So we're going to basically take a half of Russia. But probably like right around everything west of here. Kazan, Arkhangelsk. It's not a... Rostov-on-Don. Zurich, Bern. Surgut, and Ekaterinburg. Surgut. Novosibirsk. Norilsk, and Norilsk. That's probably where it's going to stop, right? Okay, so it's probably everything west of this. So that actually puts us right next to Kazakhstan, which means we can do the Kazakhstan expansion. And then we're massive Europe. And is there anything after this? This doesn't lack anything, right? No. Okay. Cool. So I think we
Target
took over Russia. We also have to
destroyed.
dismantle their nukes again. Unless we can unify with them. It's probably just a seed territory. Money from spoils. External cost is fine. Alien containment, we need it for a tech mission, so let's grab it. Stakeholder subversion is going to get done. Ah, new beams. Point defense, E-beams. Okay, good. We need those. Talent still. Do a mass evacuation. Basically, they're doing some abductions in Canada that we have to stop. Okay, I think we're going to go back to researching here. So our entire focus here is on research. 100 day. This gets done in August of next year. So we have a whole year before we can do some crazy stuff with the EU and make them ascendant. I guess we step away for a moment and come back once we have with tech updates. So we'll kind of rattle these off. If I think they're important, we'll rattle them off. Like we'll get probably the lances and stuff. So I'll bring you guys back. All right, here's the alien containment project. We just knocked it out. This lets us now capture a hybrid.
We are ready to capture an alien, Director.
Cool. And now we have a mission to go and capture an alien. Let's go do that. Or try to, at least. Also completed E-beams. Gets us more stuff for some ships. Point defense, E-beam, heavy E-beam. Cool. So what do we want to do next? We have Greater Europa. Let's go and go for the Ferrocite. Well, we're not really seeing a lot of aliens. I got the pulsar drives. We're going to keep working on these lances here. I'm also trying to get control of Ethiopia for this African Union project. I did do a crackdown here, but then Resistance came in and snatched my my control point, which was upsetting.
Ready to go.
So I'm going to try this again. We'll do a crackdown with 94% chance on there.
Targeting their
So
center
let's
of
see how that
power.
goes.
Ready to go.
I'm going to start doing Assault Alien in
Your orders?
Tanzania real quick.
Taking it.
I wonder if I need an army in
Standing
order to
by.
declare war, if you can just declare war without an army. He doesn't have improved relations. Let's try to build an army. Guess he doesn't need it, though. You don't have cooldowns. I'm going to assume he needs an army for us to attack. So let's go and try to invest in that. Drop your economy here. Your unity is actually very high now. I'm going to still work on your welfare because you need it. But let's get that guy an army. And see. Nope. Let's get David Brown. What do we want to sign this guy? So what is your last claim that we don't have yet? It's Tbilisi in Armenia. Let's start improving relations there. Let's finish the
We'll make our appeal.
EU expansion here. All right, I think that's about a good not stopping point per se, but a good jumping point. Because Electron Lance will get done. My brain is mush today, dude. I don't even know what's going on. All right, we're gonna hit that Lance, and we'll probably work on ion batteries as well, and that fission reactor. Just a level 4, so there should be one more. Let me do the fission reactor first, because that gives us the process to unlock the 5th one. Now you can see the pebble drive and the compact solid reactor. So let's hit that up, and then I'll bring you guys back once it's done. All right, here's the fission reactor. That lets us get access. We also stole heavy Dumbo from the servants here, which I guess combat thrust is kind of... I guess this is good for exploring ships, right? Because you have the 12 rating on the drive there. We could grab it, but I think the lances are more of a priority to me. We also had a ship crash land in the EU. We'll have to go investigate.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Still working on Georgia. Not much time has passed. Ethiopia crackdown
complete.
Successful. Good. That means we should get control over there.
Moving in our direction.
Still getting India up to 50%. I would love to be able to take this control point number 3, because every time they do a unity mission, we get more public support in India. It's very strong. But we'll
We've
have to
removed some
get there.
threats.
There's the Ethiopia. Can we control India with our current setup here? We'd have just enough. It might change as we do more purging,
do
but
you
we're
need
also
me?
uniting our armies, our nations here. 80% chance to take the executive of Ethiopia. Sounds
We're
great.
taking power.
Emmanuel, I need you to come and assault Nanjing.
Acknowledged.
Nelson, come and do your investigate
Acknowledged.
over here.
We're going in.
Probably do have a
On
lot
the
of
way to
unrest
the target
increasing in
site.
these places down here. Can you do a war? Not really. We're good. You're pretty peaceful, actually. Cohesion's gone up incredibly. It's because of the number of rivals we have. 5 near peer strength rivals. Yep, that'll do it. That would do it. I don't care if these guys overflow. We might have to just integrate them. 12 days. These other regions claimed? These regions aren't actually claimed. I stole the 2 regions that aren't claimed by Angola. in this entire fucking place. Jesus. Okay, whatever. Lock us in. 1/5 of the way there to Greater Europa. We're getting 100 points a day, so that's what? 30-day
Lending my expertise.
is 3,000 a month. So a little bit over a year. 25th of... Yep, a little bit over a year.
We've moved the needle.
Georgia, yes. Can we take Georgia yet? Pebble Drive. Let's look at this. I'm actually curious on how these like drives are behaving here, because we're about to get Pulsar Drive. Kind of shit. It's only 1,000.
People will come to our side.
India's up at 70. We're just gonna keep messing with the Protectorate here. Hope the goal is to get India to revolt and have them lose stuff here. That's Pebble Drive or Pulsar Drive. Let's get the Pebble Drive real quick. Doesn't matter too much. 32 a day over there.
Secure.
I might just want to.
Found
I might just want to give up one of these. Now you get a boost. I'm just really taking the
We are in control
guide that I
now.
read that showed that you get extra passive income for investing in each project at face value here. There's full control over Ethiopia. Let's fix this nation. This one actually has claims, so we want to keep them under control here. Need more unity. Don't care about their knowledge. We could keep developing their economy here. Don't care about their space flight. There you go. That's our command here. 180 days to consolidate. We can give them allies, though. Let's do the EU. We need to give them rivals, too, if they want to do war. Somaliland, Eritrea, and Sudan. Let's go and handle that. Sudan, Eritrea. Somalia is the servants. And Somaliland is the servants, and you have Somalia, who is, and Kenya and South Sudan. Okay, so let's look at the academy here. Kenya, Somalia. Djibouti's probably in there too, but we'll come and find them later. Yep, there's Djibouti. Rival them as well. Confirm. And let's do South Sudan. We'll come and handle with more of that. Just make sure that once we get the mission done, we can actually do immediate war. I can go back and do more rivals as time progresses. Salt Alien Fleet. Let's do you for Hong Kong, not a
Going
fleet.
in. Standing by.
Side, go and deal with the unrest that we're
I'm
seeing building
here.
up in Ethiopia while you're available.
Reporting in.
So I don't think we've done.
Gear up.
Are you both in Hong Kong? You're both in Hong Kong. I don't need you both in Hong Kong. Go to Peru.
Heading to the LC.
Speaking of upgrades here for you, let's get Persuasion. Professor's almost going to get his next mill point. Fixer, we can get your espionage even higher. That's investigation. Operative, we can boost your command here. No more traits. Yeah, get your command up. Sounds good. And we'll keep rolling. Any orgs real quick? Feels like a no. Could do some swappy doos. Sarpen's cartel. It's not terrible. There's a Serpens and there's a wait. Organization and cartel, they're different. Okay, interesting. Had me doing a dumb for a second. So this region, we need to get our other operative here. There's Electron Lance done. Let's get ion batteries. And this is a good question. Let's take a look at our ship design. Look at the battleship auto design, not for patrol. I want to assign for space superiority. 55, we're getting there. Battlecruiser is at 40. So theoretically, we can stand toe-to-toe with some of the alien ships. Let's take a look at the fleet of the aliens. So 7 ships, they each have 200 combat power is what this is telling me. 1 with 1,000. 2 with a low Earth orbit. Could be that they're higher levels, but even their ones down here is at 200. We could beat them with numbers, but I want to cross that 100 mark before I mass produce fleets, because the second we start mass producing, it's war footing. We're already at 110 of this fucking thing. because we're over our
The
capacity a little
people
bit.
will come to our side.
So now it's just stockpile.
Our case remains unheard.
Failed to ace
Things
100%
are
chance.
cooling
Keep
off.
fixing Ethiopia. There's the Pebble Drive. Heavy Dumbo. Or go to African Union. Heavy Dumbo. We'll do African Union next. Uzbekistan and Iran agree to end their war.
Target
Superpastures is going to be
destroyed.
done really soon.
Target remains operational.
Get that done.
It's not about what.
Okay, so where do you want to go next? Arc lasers. Good weapons. Build it. It's a really big one, too, though. Okay, I've just locked us in on really big text for the a long time, so... That's a whole thing. Ugh. Can I war with you? These guys don't have military. Alright, well,
Standing by.
what's the right play? Can we do
Where to?
email? Let's get a crackdown on that last city here. We're gonna work on getting control of Georgia. It has 90%
Going
chance. We'll
after
take
their
Georgia down.
people.
Unify
Standing by for
what
orders.
everything in the EU, which is already absolutely massive, 32,000 GDP. Past China, past the US. Our pop's at almost a third of a billion, or 2/3 of a billion. Freedom of the seas. Are we stronger than the United States? No, we are not, with their 11 armies. But our military is quite respectable. 4.627. Oh, you're even higher. We're absolutely ruining Russia here, but that's fine. Declare a bunch of wars. You can't declare a lot of wars. You don't have a bunch of rivals. Who would even want to rival here? Could ally Russia. Don't think I need to. Could rival India. Let's rival India. Well, no, we have control of one of their rivals, so it would ruin our chances of getting this all, what we're doing, set up off. But anyways, we're going to run through some time. I need to get you back to something. What do we do with you? Crackdown, maybe? Reduce unrest. That's the best move. Let's make sure we don't go into full
We'll
civil
make
war in
things
Botswana.
safe.
All right, I'm gonna go and let our research tick through. Hopefully, we'll work on some of these projects. Hopefully, we'll get good progress on our Arc or ultraviolet. Hopefully, we'll do these damn laser techs, but I'll bring you guys back once we get through some more research. All right, we're back. It's a new day. These research are taking so long that I had to carry over to the next session here. We're about to finish African Union. Greater Europa is also roughly 10,000 tech away, and ultraviolet lasers as well is 10,000 away. And then arc laser is going to get done soon. So we're about to have a lot of new laser tech here. I've been working on consolidating our power in Ethiopia. We have control over them now. And hopefully we can get some like war decks going on over here. I'm working on building up an army in Angola. I can't actually seem to declare war on any of these guys near us, which is interesting, to say the least. As far as the EU goes, we have taken control over Georgia. I need to get it into our federation, which we have 40 days left. I'm going to start weakening Russia, I think. We'll go ahead and keep their economy growing right now while we do this, but I think once we cede all the land to the EU, we're just going to go full on spoils and maybe even abandon this nation. Right now we have the control point cap, but I want to kind of look to get a better nation for our uses here. I don't know who yet. I have to kind of think about it. Maybe we can make a play for Mexico or commit to like the Taiwan into China game could be fun. The question is we don't really need to do too much here. Indonesia. Yeah. Maybe we go for India. I like the idea of disrupting the servants. It's the only really faction we need to worry about too much. Maybe the Protectorate could be in that list because we are at war with them, but you know, I don't know. The servants are the ones that directly influence how the alien proceeds on Earth, and so they're pretty close to being a problem for us. No, not necessarily a problem, because we still just out-tech everybody so much in the resource sphere. Like, they have no money. Their tech's about a third of ours. We're just so far ahead, it's kind of massive. But still, weakening them will make the game easier for us because the aliens won't have much of a foothold here. Though we do need
Warning.
aliens to get a little bit of foothold so we can do some of our missions here. We got to still capture a Hydra. But at that point, I think I have enough mission control where capturing a Hydra might invite the aliens to directly fight us right away, which would be a concern.
Going in hot.
So
Ready
let's
for
go ahead
orders.
and take
Ready for
Zyda
orders.
here.
Where to?
What do we want to do? We could still take some of this land directly. Your purge chance in places is pretty high still. I think we're still going to go the war route in a lot of these. I could take Zimbabwe or Mozambique. Or I could work on somewhere that is more important there. Africa is going to just kind of be a side project of us, I think. I don't think we'll make it our priority here. Nigeria having 3 control points is interesting. They are a very strong African nation. I think this could form maybe the caliphate if we went to go take like Saudi Arabia or Egypt over here. There's also Colombia into Grand Colombia. Or Peru, Bolivia. Maybe we just go hard on the Indian continent. Can we raise unrest here? This is a command action, so I probably don't have a lot of chances here, but still, it's not
Standing
terrible.
by for orders.
All right, let's go ahead and do some defend interest. Make sure everything's topped up here. Canada's good. We'll leave Russia good. Public campaign in India.
I will try to
Why
sway
not?
the public. Ready.
Sean Diaz, you can do the same.
Ready to go.
This is not Sean
What's
Diaz.
the up?
Spend like 80 is
We'll
fine.
make our appeal.
I'm gonna
I'm
start
here.
doing our reduce unrest
Standing
and
by
some of our
for
nations.
orders.
Get Ethiopia fine, and
Ready
then we'll
for my
make sure
mission.
we're doing the same over down here in these areas. Civil war in Botswana.
Restoring
We don't want to
order.
lose it. We have control over it. Might as well do something with it. We're fixing these guys slowly, so that'll help out. Not even investing in their economy. Their economy's going down. We'll put 1 in economy. Keep it balanced. All right, let's lock it in. Let's get our text done. African Union, got to speed up again. Have a good amount of resources in the bank here. Initiative fleets in low lunar orbit.
Offering support.
All right, there's the African Union. So Ethiopia gets a claim on a lot of stuff. Alexandria is included in there, so that's Egypt, which is cool. Now I want to go ahead and probably let's grab Ferrocite liability. This is a pretty high priority slot here. I'm also gonna get arc lasers soon, which will be good for us. It's a lot of new laser tech.
Things are stabilizing.
Okay, keep working on Botswana.
Lightning was
There's
once
arc
feared as
lasers.
the anger of gods until
Surface
we
defenses
learned
will
how to
employ
honor
arc
it.
lasers. That's good. Where do we go? Ion drives. These are better drives. I want to kind of get some of the cheaper technologies out of the way and catch up. I want to have 1 slot working on catch-up stuff, considering a lot of these are really advanced here. Point defense arc lasers, better arc lasers, green arc lasers.
Our
Okay,
efforts
these are all
didn't
going to
have
be
any
good.
effect.
We've moved the needle. We are winning their hearts and minds.
Should get a lot of these to pass quite rapidly.
The LZ is secure.
Cool. And it says arising in Malaysia. That means there's an alien we can try to detain over there. New project for the arc lasers, good. Investigator, this guy has a lot of spare points. Am I saving up for something? I mean, I could give him Survivor. Let's go ahead and just get his investigation up a little higher. Resources, there's a Bratva. Diplomat can get his persuasion boosted. Operative has had an upgrade pending for a little while here. His admin's capped. Let's get his command up higher. And everything else is looking fine here. So our guys do die when they get to an old enough age. I feel like the professor might kick the bucket soon, which is a concern. I mean, we'll keep him around as long as possible, but we got to keep an eye out for maybe a someone else that can fill his slot. Government, a hacker, quick learner hacker, computer scientist, rivals of my home nation. Okay. Judge. Yeah, well, I'll keep an eye on this. This isn't too important for us right now, but just something to keep in our back pocket. I don't know when how old is too old in this game, but I imagine you got some people entering their 70s over here. Our fixer's 69. They look good for their age. Doing all right. But the reason I'm looking at this is because I know that in the tech tree on the far right, there's some of these future techs will improve your advisor age by 6 months. So
Where do you need
little
me?
concern there. Let's do an investigation in Kuala Lumpur.
On the way to the target site.
We're gonna pull off Emmanuel,
Where
and we're
to?
gonna have him do an investigation on that alien that's in Kuala Lumpur. So this is in Malaysia. That's definitely
We'll see.
someone
what
we need to
they're up
investigate.
to.
Everyone else can keep doing what they're doing. Great Europa has 8,000 left. So can you declare war now? You can federate with the European Union. That's cool. Let's have
I'm
someone go
here.
and do that.
Heading to the capital.
Notice how there's no war targets. I feel like you need an army to do war. Like at least one. Unless you can also federate with the EU. No, you can't. So what are your claims here? How far north does this go? To make sure your relation with our own subjects is good, I want you to be friendly with Angola. I don't really care about Botswana or Namibia. So you can cede this to Ethiopia. If they get an army here, then we're going to want to cede it to Ethiopia. Yeah, we can give Angola land to Ethiopia. Can you do the same? Ethiopia does have a claim here. Let's make you allies as well, since you can just give up your land. We'll do it from Ethiopia's side, because that makes more sense here. So cool, we should have a pretty big African nation. It's going to be not the highest quality of stuff, because they do have pretty low GDP here. Altogether, it's like
I will
25
help.
billion GDP.
Multitudes. Every breath.
All right,
you
there's a
take
rival
may contain
sociology.
atoms.
We get independence movements now. We're not going to go for independence movements. We'll keep them be. We could break up some nations. I think I'd rather hit up some of the more cheaper ones. Let's get space medicine while we're here. Catch up
We've
on
got
some of our
some
global
intel
techs.
on
There's
our
the alien
target.
out.
Wrapping
life
up
form.
here.
Need to find his security. Arc lasers available again. War going on in Myanmar. All that
The
should be
people
fine.
will come
Keep
to
working
our
on
side.
India.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Getting a laser engine. Are we changing too much? Science never stops. Jing Xingyan will lose some loyalty, but we gain a bunch of science. No, keep doing science. We are not doing too quickly, so we need to do some loyalty increases with
Wrapping
Jing
up
Xin
here.
over here. He's at 22.
Policy direction complete.
So federate with the EU. Sure. This should help stabilize Ethiopia a little bit more. There's the African Union. Are we part of the African Union? Oh. That's really interesting. Okay.
Recon complete.
Here's the question. Can we...
Prepping
Capture
for
you.
next mission.
Laser engine project is done. Let's target these in the order of lowest to highest. Let's get the fission reactor first. Alright, so let's see about this. Can I detain you? 2% chance. 17%. Okay, is there any other xenoforms? I think we roll it.
Eyes on target.
He's got his
Ready for
best
my
opportunity
mission.
there. Can I boost his orgs to give him a give him an investigation bonus? We shall see. Do you have anything that we can swap out to boost his investigation, though? You don't give investigation. We could swap you out. Give him special forces. These aren't investigation, though. This one here gives 6 stats. If I drop Jonquil Brand, it's tough. Tough to find. Also, I apologize for my congestion that I have, apparently. This has
Your
come out of
orders?
nowhere. So investigate what's going on in Bangkok. We're going
Headed there
to still
now.
send him to try.
Ready.
We're going to have someone else protect him, make sure he does not get
I'll
got.
keep them safe.
Check for improvements. None are available. That's fine. This 3-star. What would I swap out? I could drop the boat services and pick up that for a +2 bonus. Okay, let's put the boat service down. Let's get rid of this aviation org. We don't need it. And we're going to put the Pandora private investigation and try to get his investigation up higher. That gets him to a
Acknowledged.
30% chance. I like. We'll take those odds because we can't get him any better. We'll have to do. Can you do any wars now? You confederate with a lot of people. With Angola, Cameroon, Egypt, Ivory Coast, Lower Guinea. I'd much rather do the wars than the confederates because it just takes too fucking long. But whatever. Maybe it's good to try to take control of like one of these. I'm not sure. Okay, let's invest a little bit more into your military. Get you an army real quick. We're already working on it in Angola. In fact, I could have Angola just go away. He needs to join the African Union. Let's pull off Sean Diaz. Actually, his perception is higher than David Brown. So we're going to have David Brown come over here and do set national policy to join the African Ethiopia. Actually, let's federate
my way
first.
to the
I want them to
capital.
build that army, and then we will cede territory and give their stuff up. Same thing we're going to do with Russia over here.
Offering assistance.
He can join the African Union,
Defending the VIP.
which is interesting.
What we're doing is dangerous. People are going to get sick.
There's space medicine, so we have rival psychology here. International development is also cheap, but we can also get the magnets. Just knocking out the stuff that is a lower priority here. That way the AI doesn't need to pick it. International development, that'll help us out a little bit. It's not the most important, but it will give us
They
more options.
slipped away.
Be able to capture, try it again.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Boost with India. Space Medical Center. What does this do, the medical center? I'm actually curious on that. Covers some illness. Gives you income. So it just gives you money and some research bonus. But it costs boost. And quite a lot of resources here.
Mission complete.
Go ahead and federate with the African Union. Here's the thing. Is the EU united with the African Union? Are we going to have... Well, you're a part of this now, right? So you're part of the African Union. So we have an alien in Chiang Mai, in Thailand. It's a different alien. Practitioner taking control of Canada again.
We found something.
You're going to have to make a play for that. It's annoying. We had that defended, too.
Reporting in.
So I had to come and get Canada back.
Removing
Nelson,
our
my
enemies.
man. Let's
Ready
have
for
you...
orders.
I need you to defend our target again while he does his role here for 29%.
I'll keep them safe.
Ready for my mission.
David. Let's go ahead and investigate what's going on in
Headed
Ottawa.
there now.
The aliens are starting to pick up their efforts to interact with our planet now, which is concerning, but also it's about time. Like, they're a little bit over time there. It feels like 2033. Greater Hope is going to finish this month. So will all of our techs down here. We'll probably finish this one off. This one probably still has a little bit to go, but a lot of techs will be done right now. Keep everyone else working on what you've been working on. Still working on dealing with India. 30th of June. Also, we could
Offering
probably, now that I look at it, you could probably join the Federation. Actually, you can't join the
Target in
Federation.
a secure location.
We've captured an alien. This might be the start of our war. We will see. We had to get it done. It's possible to describe the sensation of gazing upon a creature from another world with my own eyes. No words could accurately explain how uncanny it feels to see such a thing move and draw breath and turn its own unquestioning alien eyes upon us. Even had we seen a poet, they would not be able to convey the mingled sense of awe and wrongness, the terrifying privilege of beholding something that does not resemble anything else in human experience. The shape of the hulking skull, the tendrils that dance unnaturally within the mouth, the way the light plays across the flesh, textured and patterned like nothing else on Earth. Even these beings' sounds challenge our very definition of language. The idea that we could ever know their minds, for now, frankly laughable. Let us hope that will soon change. Regardless of the fleeting encounter we or others might have had previously, and no matter what happens next, this is a watershed moment never to be forgotten.
An alien is in custody, Director. We are ready to attempt to question it.
The operation was a success. Our Xenobiology Division insisted on the use of non-lethal weapons against the Hydra target, which led to a certain number of casualties among the operations team when the recommended dosage of sedative turned out to be ineffective. In the end, several of our security personnel made unauthorized use of firearms to disable the Hydra. While they have been reprimanded, the Hydra fortunately was able to recover from its injuries and is now safely contained. Our biologists are busy studying the Hydra's regenerative process and monitoring its health. In the meantime, our linguistics team is eager to begin working on its language. Learn the language. That's such a cool picture. We got the tasers in the back too. Okay. So that's gonna piss the aliens off. As you do. Xenosite liability program. Let's go and immediately do. We don't actually have access to it. Let's do the rapid response teams, since they are doing some operatives in our territory. We want to get that back. All right, there is Great Europa. Europe gets a ton of claims. And now let's knock out some of the other stuff here. Let's get, this is a pretty high priority slot, so let's get the green arc lasers here. Our military strength is starting to increase, which is good. There's the solid core fission reactor right there. Let's go for another cheap one here. Point defense arc laser turrets. All right, there is the Hydra language project. We'll pick that up soon.
We've removed some threats.
Back in control of Canada. Let's get that set back to its standard. She wanted to cause problems for us. So we don't actually lead the European African Union anymore. Like how we have some territory that Russia can take. So let's go ahead and cede these territories to the EU that Russia had.
Reporting in.
Go and start our alien life form assaults.
Gear up.
You do your investigate.
here.
Actually, you can
Ready
do
for
your other
orders.
assault and investigate with
Investigating
Zyda.
alien site.
At your service.
There's just the one in Thailand.
What's the op?
David, my man, I
Heading
need
to
you
the
to come
LZ.
and cede all the Russian
Standing by.
territory.
We'll see what we can find.
So this should all be
Ready.
Russian.
Heading to the capital.
Yeah, I think all this is Russian. It's all these regions up here. See how that looks? And this is going to be interesting. Because of all the claims we get now. African Union is weird considering
Consider
most nations we have are not in
Mansa
Africa.
Mali's greatest
Right, international development has been done. Space commerce is a thing we could do. We'll get you better money outputs. Let's do transform phages because I'm curious about it. Actually, let's get the cheapo. Get El Cheapo first.
Lending my expertise.
That way we get more higher tier options. And our research will take it out fast enough. Jeddah and Cairo get some GDP. Cairo is now connected to Jeddah for traffic. So that's Cairo, Egypt is over here. Where is Jeddah? Oh, it's over here. Okay. It's in the ballpark of where we're at.
We hold no sway in their minds.
Failed our public campaign in India. Our response team is done. Let's do Hydra language. 10,000 there, which should be too hard. Madrid and Rabat. Let's favorite that because we are, doing
Policy
Madrid.
direction complete.
Go ahead and cede territory to the EU. Good. All of our guards will now be over here. So now we're as far north as Kazakhstan, basically. right? And Russia is now this own little piece of land right here. Cool. Now we're going to disarm Russia and probably abandon them. In fact, at this point, I'm actually okay with just dropping your military focus and go full spoils here. Let's break your nation. Weaken you, get rid of you. We'll get rid of your nukes eventually. And you're down to only 2 armies here. Anchorage in Vladivostok. Cool. Let's put a little bit towards getting an army with Kazakhstan. Kabul and Urumqi.
By the numbers.
Okay.
Mission is a no-go.
Oh, we had 2 guys going for the same target. That's my mistake. Money cost, direct investment. Go and favorite that. We haven't done direct investment, but we can now. We have enough stuff saved up. Speaking of, if I did direct investment to get like a military here. I could actually... I could do a lot of this. Let's go up to like 500 influence, maybe? Get their military done? Let's just confirm that. Okay, someone should get an army, I think, out of that. Where did I just invest it? Did I make a mistake? I think I had this one selected. Pretty sure I did. I'm gonna have to watch that back because I zoned out there for a
Ready for
second.
my mission.
Unfortunate. Let's attack
You're
Hang
up.
Zhao. We're gonna have
Acknowledged.
Emmanuel, who we've swapped
Ready
to.
to go.
We're gonna get the ones in the European
We're
Union
going
first.
in.
Jesus.
What's the up?
Standing by.
Prove our fixture, get our espionage
do
all
you
the way
need me?
maxed. Sure, we're gonna use her for national policy now. Let's go and start dismantling the nukes in Russia.
On my way
David,
to the
I need
capital.
you to do some improves on
I'm here.
Chungshin because he did lose some from that event in the past. So let's do that.
I'll make sure they're on our side.
Professor, diplomat, fixer, operative, investigator. Okay, we can actually swap out his thing that we just took again. It was the... What was the org that we just put in there? This one. We'll get the boat services back. Yeah, this is just a better tier 2. Unless there was one in here that I could have grabbed that's even better than the ones I was looking at. Chalk it up to no for now. Sure. What are our goals? Well, I want one of these guys to get an army so I can unite them and have them finish the army stuff. What claims do you have on regions that I should be concerned about? That like, how far north do you get? Do you have one on like? Do you have Kirk or Ankara? No. Are there any more EU? Moscow. We have Moscow. Oh, it's part of Russia. Baku and Azerbaijan. Okay. Can I attack Russia? So we still are lacking in some areas here. Can I move your capital? Would love to have your capital be like over here. So actually, what if I want to do is I want to start dismantling your relations. Make the European Union a rival here and drop your alliance with, well, you can keep your alliance, but actually let's drop it with Ethiopia and Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Georgia. And we'll keep the rival here. I want Russia to just be irrelevant in the world stage. We're going to dismantle them. Alright, that breaks Russia up a little bit more. We can maybe eventually have them fight people. There is a war with the EU here.
I believe
Cool.
they'll stay loyal to the cause.
So we're gonna get rid of their nukes.
Offering
Then we're gonna
counsel.
declare the war
He's
and
more of a
just take them.
supervillain.
What is this? This is a global tech we need to grab. Let's grab. I really want to see like the psyops and transform phases, what those do. I haven't looked at them yet, so we're gonna check them out just because we can. Arc research, new research stuff, medical center, different corridor projects and Bering Strait stuff. We don't really care about a lot of that. Keep doing the arc lasers. At the end here, we're gonna need to actually we're getting close to the end here, so let's go through this
Public
this
sentiment is
mission
increasingly
phase.
with us.
And then,
Mission complete.
all right, do a disarm warheads on Russia.
Target destroyed.
Don't want to do any
By the
atrocities here.
numbers.
Our European Union loyalty has gone down. We need to consolidate that more. I'm worried about being in the African Union. We can't federate now because we don't control like an actual union. But I can also just get this stuff together. I like how Switzerland's in the Federation too. Did you get a claim on Switzerland? Is Switzerland still just... Do you have a claim on Zurich? You do! Okay, we need to make you the enemy of Switzerland. Switzerland, my person. Let's have you rival EU as well. Probably could unify, but now we're in the African Union, so I guess we've gone down a different path. I might have that wrong, but oh well. If I do, I do.
Taking it to
Okay.
them.
So, I want to
orders.
go ahead and set national policy and have
Your
us go
orders?
to war with Russia.
On my way to the capital.
We're
At
going to have
your
multiple
service.
wars here. We'll do 2 wars in this time.
Time to make our move.
Standing by.
Zaida, let's have you go ahead and actually disarm the last of the warheads that Russia has.
Time to make our move.
And then we will abandon that nation later. Alright, what about wars you can declare? You can't declare anything because you don't have a friggin' army. Your army's coming along. Pretty sure we already did some direct investment, but let's do some more and build army. It's a lot of ops you gotta spend. Am I okay spending it? I think I am. I definitely accidentally invested in someone's military instead of what I meant to do, which is an oops. Alright, but we'll do that in the next episode. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can do as far as designing ships here. So this is a gunship. Let's look at the battleship. If we want to design one for space superiority, we're up to 56 combat power. Let's say we want to do like a standoff here. 163. What's the difference? Okay, so strategic range medium, preferred engagement range long here. Interceptor 168. Patrol is pretty low. Our defender is quite good. Limited propellant in favor of maneuverability. Long range engagement. So we actually get some pretty strong ships now. What's the difference between this and space superiority? So it's medium range. What's the short range one? So this is strategic range medium engagement short for 168. Why is this one so terrible? Intruder's 168. Interdictor. You have the penetrator. 168 again. Strategic range long, combat range short. He's got the green laser batteries. Point defense ion batter. Okay. All of these kind of have very bad KPS, though, is my concern with the battleships, at least. So our strength's up there. We need better drives, it seems. Because our KPS is quite low for the battleship class. If we do, like, the battle cruiser, it's still quite bad. Unless I go, like, Explorer, then you have actual KPS. I need at least 30, right? 30 KPS is the bare minimum to get around the like inner planets. So we're not there yet. We're getting close, though. We have a pretty good missile batteries. I think I need to take whatever's done after infrared ultraviolet combat lasers. I need to start grabbing more drive options. And we're going to keep this slot here for catching up, and then nuclear fusion will get us all there yet. So getting real close to needing to build out all of our ships. So let's kind of compare what we just looked at to what the aliens have. So their ships right now are at 967 for this dreadnought. Their battlecruisers at 365. And yeah, and 500 for some of the battlecruisers with the interceptor slots there. So we're not always there. The frigates are also just very strong. We'd have to swarm them with numbers, but I'm worried about starting a fight we can't handle. So let's go and give it some time still. But for now, I'm Klaus. If you enjoyed, I've been Sean, the Smooth Skinners, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.